iDigiview presents Remote Site Signage Update Process. We will initiate and perform updates to digital signage playing in the PD Award, one of City Medical Center's remote signage sites. We begin by going to our server module and locating the PD Award site network management function. We select Site, All Sites, City Medical Center, and we will select their PD Award site, Site Setup, and the network management function. We go to Properties to confirm the configuration, and this function exists in the client module and needs to be configured exactly the same in the properties. And we see that the first item of 3, the server IP1 localhost port 3306. Now the server computer must have a static IP to transfer signage updates to remote sites, but the client side player PCs do not need them. Localhost is used in place of the server static IP address, so we can perform signage updates with the client and server modules on the same computer. Normally you wouldn't have this, you would have an IP address for your static IP. The 3306 is a network port number used by this application and must appear after the IP address. Group name, City Medical Center. Site name, PD Award. And lastly, the push update is checked, and that indicates it will allow signage push updates from the server at any time. I'd like to look at the schedule update properties and configure it to schedule and check back on the server every night at 10 o'clock. If there are any large updates, they should happen in the evening. Now 10 o'clock would be 2200 in the 24-hour clock format. Now if I were to set it for weekly, 2200, and then day would end up to be like MON for Monday, TUE for Tuesday, and so on. If I were to set 2200 for monthly, the DD represents the numerical date, which would be like 25 would be the 25th. Now every hour I could set, say, 2, that would be every 2 hours. Every minute I say set 5, and 5 would mean every 5 minutes. So we save this, and this schedule update will be passed down to the site, the remote site, so it will then be programmed to look back at 10 o'clock every night. Now we open the current configuration folder, and we see that the hospital configuration is in this folder. We'll play it to make sure we can see the same thing that's going to appear on our client when we do the update. And that's what it looks like. We'll now move to the client module and locate the network management function in this module. So we go to Signage, Site Info. Now the Site Info name, when the update is done, will be replaced with the name of the site. In this case it's PD Award. So we select Site Setup, and here's our network management. We go to Properties to ensure it's configured exactly the same as the server. So the first of the 3 items is localhost 3306, and that's exactly what it was like on the server. Group name is San Jose Burger. This needs to be City Medical Center. The site name needs to be PD Award. And the last thing we check is the push update, and we save it. Now we'll check current configuration as it stands now, and it's the default configuration that's playing currently in the Uniplayer. We'll now play the live update function, and that's just below the daily log. This will retrieve its initial signage update from the server and establish a link between the client and server modules. The information window below the Uniplayer will show the PD Award signage downloading from the server. So let's go and play it. And let's look at the information window. Updating. Update done. Play new content. And it's playing our hospital configuration. Now we'll check Site Info folder, and now it's called PD Award. And we'll go to check our scheduled update, properties, and see if it's scheduled for 10 o'clock daily. And it is, so daily at 10 o'clock. So the update worked as it should. Well, let's now see how a signage content change on the server is updated on the client side. So we go to the server, we will open the hospital configuration, playlists. I'd like to go to the RSS ticker, and we'll change the background color of this ticker. That'll be a good sign that the change has occurred. We'll change it from white to aqua. I think we can see that pretty clear. So we will play the hospital configuration to confirm that it works. And it sure does. So we right-click on the name of the site, which is PD Award. We select Update. And a timestamp window opens. Now if we change this timestamp by 1 or more hours and select OK, it will do the scheduled update. If we don't change anything now and we select OK, it does a push update, an immediate update. So we're going to select OK. We're going to go back to the client and watch the information window. Update is done. Play new content. Now we see the same configuration signage that we had on the server, and our update is complete. We hope this video was helpful to you for understanding how to perform remote site signage updates within our client and server signage applications. Feel free to email or call if you need help in getting started. iDigiview thanks you for taking time to view this tutorial.